Reflections on Espionage, a one-act play by David Guaspari. The present, a prison cell in an unnamed dictatorship. It has two, actual or notional, bunks. There are several short scenes, the intervals between them ranging from hours to months. Scene 1. Roscoe sits on his bunk fidgeting. He wears an eye patch.
We're running out of time. My people are not stupid.
Off stage.
Not your people, not anymore.
They'll find me. They'll get to me, and then you'll have nothing.
Use the time well, to think about your sins. Never kill time. To do so injures eternity.
Oh, enough fortune cookie wisdom. Let's do the deal and get me out of here.
Guilbert enters, sprawling onto the floor. He is dressed like Roscoe, including the eye patch. They stare at each other warily.
So who the hell are you? Speaking the English?
Man, I'm just a tourist being hassled by the cops.
This country has no tourist trade. It has no tourists.
There's always a first time. So, what are you in for?
Tourist, cops, hassle.
Touche. Smoke? High-octane galloys are easy to find.
Roscoe shows his own identical pack.
It can be done.
I don't suppose you've got a light.
Our hosts excel at mind games. Let you keep your cigarettes and cravings, but not your lighter.
And yours was, let me guess the brand, DuPont Maxijet.
Why not the best? You can have that bunk. It'll grow on you, along with what's growing in it.
Shit.
What?
Spider.
Where?
Corner.
Deal with it.
Why me?
Your bunk, your corner, your spider.
I got a thing about spiders.
Your fucking spider. I'm not getting near it.
Guilbert squeamishly squashes the spider.
Oh, you really do have a thing.
How are we getting along?
I was promised a house with no bugs.
Who is this guy?
Agent enters briskly.
A question I must ask of you both. Foreign devil known as Scorpion. Attention!
Roscoe and Guilbert snap to attention.
You see the problem? I require information from Scorpion. Authentic Scorpion. True traitor. Not some perfidious double agent imposter. But I am presented with two. If unable to tell which is which, what is a girl to do? Kill both? Wasteful and regrettable. But perhaps not to be avoided.
Oh, be serious. You know who I am.
To Guilbert, an authentication challenge.
The crow is master of many things.
Not so wise as the raven.
The crow wants directions to Carnegie Hall.
All jokes are the best.
But I do not joke. Failure of revolutionary diligence in the Office of State Security has exposed the codes by which Scorpion can prove his identity, along with superficial details that an actor wishing to assume Scorpion's role may mimic. Costume, cigarette addiction, insect phobia, perhaps the source of ironic code name. But there are ways to learn who is who as we get to know one another. You will find me perceptive, also persuasive, especially as Scorpion is so proud of his heterosexuality. Continue, as you say, in the breaking of ice. Ponder that my problem is truly our problem, and do not forget your sins.
Agent exits.
Are you trying to get me killed?
You can drop the act. You're looking at the one person you can't possibly fool.
I'm not exactly looking in a mirror. If you keep trying to get me killed, I'll kill you with my bare hands.
Which would out you as a perfidious imposter. Scorpion's resume doesn't include unarmed combat.
Now, anybody could think that you are me.
Actors. Gotta love them. You are committed to the role, I'll give you that. And if I weren't me, you might just convince me that I was you.
Okay, wise guy. Where'd I go to high school?
Mount Victory, Ohio.
The friendly
The friendly town.
town. School mascot.
Golden Gophers. Military service.
Drone pilot. MQ-9 Reaper. 6 kills. What classified technology does Dragon Lady want?
Avionics.
I begin to see the problem.
Scene 2.
What has he been telling you?
It is I who asks questions, but not to worry. Your friend converses agreeably with one of my associates.
The good friend who wants to get me killed. How can you not see through him?
You pretend to ask a question, but in fact make a statement critical of myself. Is that not a likeness of our situation? Of our need, as you say, to see through? For example, is the man now before me a true traitor or the perfidious image of one?
I've proved who I am. I've passed every test.
As your friend, implying that you and he are the same person, not two, but one, by the metaphysical principle called identity of indiscernibles. This possibility is more interesting to a philosophical personality such as myself than to Supreme Leader. Supreme Leader sees only a practical problem. Will one bullet be needed? Or two?
Scene 3.
Time to game it out, cold and rational. If we keep this up, we're both dead.
If you keep it up.
Simple solution. One of us confesses.
2.
Not being Scorpion. The other one skates and winds up rich, fat and happy.
Did you have someone in mind?
We are supposed to be a gambling man, fond of games of chance and skill. If you really were me...
Bring it on. Bring it on. 1, 2, 3. Rock.
Both simultaneously play rock.
Just play it. You don't have to say it.
Several more RPS rounds follow. Each is a draw, with both making the same play, then punctuation, a blackout or bell. Next episode, push-ups.
97,
97. 98.
99,
100.
100.
Punctuation, next state capitals.
Alabama,
Montgomery. Delaware.
Dover, Iowa,
Des Moines. Mississippi.
Jackson, Vermont,
Montpelier. South Dakota.
Pierre, Guam.
Punctuation.
You're good. I'll give you that.
Plan B.
Scene 4.
Fact. The true Scorpion, a resourceful individual, should by now have solved our problem. Fact. The problem is not solved. Conclusion? For both, the final opportunity to contemplate sins approaches rapidly.
Agent exits.
What does Mr. Game Theory say to that?
That I have no reason not to kill you.
That's been gamed. You'd be outed and executed.
If I've got to go, I may as well get some pleasure out of it.
The correct analysis, it won't be possible to break a tie by competing head to head, face to face, mano a mano. That's like trying to wrong foot our reflections in a mirror. But Dragon Lady knows more than she realized, putting her finger on the key discernible. Scorpion is one proud heterosexual.
You want to get it on with Dragon Lady?
Individually.
Totalitarian interrogator sex. That is hot.
Only if she agrees.
Scene 5.
Trust me, I was amazing. If you're going to take Vienna, take Vienna.
An unexpected acting choice. I'll give you that. I might have predicted James Bond or maybe against type George Smiley, but you went with Napoleon.
I could have sold tickets. Josephine, my darling, I'll return from the front in 3 days. Do not bathe.
The cosplayer meets his Dragon Lady.
Well beyond amused. Some achievements call for a cigarette.
A quickie with Napoleon might occupy an otherwise idle 5 minutes, but Dragon Lady is an interrogator. What she craves is conversation, which forces her into a paradox, obliged to make threats that will inhibit serious discussion of art or film or the news of the day. But some of us manage.
Scene 6. Roscoe has tracked the passing of days by making scratches on the wall.
A whole week. That can't be good.
What's one, 6, 7, 8 days to be exact. One thing's for sure, we're not getting those lighters back.
Shame.
They are the best.
What possessed you? Oh, right. Scorpion's MO says impulsive. And that was your idea of how to play spontaneity.
Hey, I've got to be me. Give me cigarettes and a light, and I've got to smoke them.
It can't seriously be called acting. You're only indicating. Smoke 3 at once, burn through 2 packs in an hour. You think the blue haze drifting out of this cell had nothing to do with Dragon Lady's disappearance?
Because Supreme Leader is so concerned about air quality.
Because he doesn't like surprises, for which somebody has to take the fall. Or do you think Dragon Lady might just be on vacation, or maybe at a retreat, working on the totalitarian interrogator's mission statement?
You want an explanation. How's this? Formerly reliable totalitarian interrogator becomes intimate with perfidious, pretentious foreign devil. Cover story. Mutual interest in art. Speech fills with obvious code words. Painterly. Canon. Starts calling movies films. Conclusion is now a traitor to the People's Republic.
Scene 7. Where there had been a few scratches on the wall, there are now a great many. Roscoe studies them.
Oh, TGIF. How about a little enthusiasm? Remember your Napoleon. An army depends on size, training, experience, and morale. And morale is worth more than the others combined. Morale is the reason we've survived.
There is no reason. By now, whatever subsequent Supreme Leader was after obsolete. The song is over, but the melody lingers on.
So we're outlasting the bastards. So celebrate. It's happy hour.
It's degrading. What explains our continued existence? Some piece of paper got sent to the wrong inbox? The guy who has to sign off on 1 bullet or 2 never got the memo?
I agree that it's an insult, as if we're not important political prisoners. And the complete lack of recognition for your hard-working performance is a scandal. I've been honoured to have somebody like you pretend to be me. If I have to be executed because of a slimy, double-dealing, perfidious imposter, you're the one I choose.
Back at you.
I did my duty. I have no regrets.
And why would you? You're a success. The imposter who sent Supreme Leader down a rabbit hole, who steered him away from genuine secrets.
You're the success.
If I'm a success, if I'm the one who robbed you, the true traitor, of your triumph, why aren't you pissed off?
I do pissed off, Mr. Drama Critic, in subtext, which may be too subtle for you, which is why you could never be a perfect me. No one would believe that you're pissed off. And I'm not just unpissed, I'm upbeat. It's Friday, it's happy hour, and oh, I have a reason to celebrate.
Off stage from now on.
How are we getting along?
That can't be Dragon Lady. It's an imposter. Who bought you with a cheap cigarette lighter?
Not guilty. I found it in the exercise yard.
Yeah, right.
You continue to work on our problem?
Night and day.
It isn't even a person. It's a bot.
Not neglecting your sins?
It's not even a good bot. It's more like a parrot.
My sins are never far from my mind. Cigarettes might help me think.
Confession will help more. Good for the soul. Go ahead, whisper. Supreme Leader won't hear.
Confess what?
I'm about to give it to you. Always on, always in character. The method in action. Admirable in a perverted way, like a captain determined to go down with the ship. Come on, confess.
You first.
You first.
You.
You.
1, 2, 3.
Guilbert joins in. They play several rounds, each again a draw. Play is interrupted when Gilroy enters, sprawling onto the floor. He is dressed like the other two, including the eye patch. All stare warily at each other.
So, who the hell are you?
Beat. Roscoe and Guilbert resume RPS. After a hesitation, Gilroy joins. All rounds are of course three-way draws. End of play.